And we're back. Okay. And I did also just notice that the stream decided to do a little hiccup, which I guess is fine because it was at a.
We earned it.
Because at least it happened at a break screen, but it's going to be. I always hate it when it happens because when I when I choose to export it to YouTube, I have to do like a stream -2 or -1-2, so I know which order to put the things in. And then the number of streams doesn't equal the number of videos in the playlist, which is an annoyance.
Movies, right?
Yep. Sounds like they just built this one in Basel recently.
This one
Calvin
here
is the home of
earlier.
Orbital movies, after all. Perhaps we should make time to see one while we're here?
Why do they have to put Orbital in front of everything?
Allow me to assist.
Why can't it just be movies? Okay. I don't know how much we're going to necessarily be with each of these characters. So I'm just going to take these while I can. Survival vest. Yeah. I'm not gonna buy all new shoes and stuff for everyone. I think that's a bit overkill. But did feel the need to at least do that much. Because also, we're not
I hope to see you again.
poor for Mira anymore, which is helpful.
Allow me to assist. I hope to see you again.
Also, just realized I didn't put anything on him. But that, accuracy plus 40. And strength plus 15. X plus 60. Max HP. ATS. ATS. X plus 40. And, evade plus 6. Get 20%. Oh, nope. Come on. There's the door. It's glass. I couldn't see through. Topic? Holocore abnormality. The group explained Pokel's unusual behavior. Huh? That doesn't sound like our little Pokeli at all. I mean, she's done nothing but good for us here at the cinema in more ways than one. Pokeli, you're quite attached, it sounds like. What sort of task does she perform here? Receptionist Kokuriko. Kokuriko? Well, she primarily assists us here at the ticket counter. Let me demonstrate. Oh, Pokel, I'd like a ticket for Crimson Fist. What times are available? Okay, let's see. The next showing seems to be full. But we do have an open spot in one after that. Row J, seat 14. About in the middle of the theater. Why not buy a juice or a soda to sip on while you wait? As you can see, she offers suggestions to customers based on the relevant data. Sweet. Makes the whole process as quick and simple as it gets. Yay, stream is like, yeah, for whatever reason it went weird in the, while I was on the break screen. Which is better than it going weird while I'm actually playing. So, that's nice. Yeah. If for whatever reason the stream goes down and it wasn't on a stream end screen and I don't immediately get in chat, it's probably just a wait a couple seconds and refresh and it should be all good kind of deal. Because if it does like crash, I usually try to like get on through my phone or something and put in chat like, oh hey, like it crashed, so it's over for the night, or something else. That seems pretty handy, yeah. You said primarily though. Are there other things you ever help with? As a matter of fact, she takes part in the actual screenings themselves, too. We've been experimenting with things like having her analyze scenes and adjust the volume accordingly. That's pretty involved. It certainly has the potential to elevate the experience. Upon getting approved from distributors, we hold limited public test screenings for those interested. In fact, we just so happen to have open seats for one right now if you'd like to see for yourselves. Well, if you're sure it wouldn't be an inconvenience. Oh my god. Fuck. What in the fresh hell did we do to deserve this nightmare? I remember this one. Pick it up and run already, you fucking... you shit dragon bitches. This is your fault anyway, wanting to get it on here of all places. Up yours. You're the only one who wouldn't hop off my dick. Say that again, shitbag. I swear to motherfucking adios. It's like 5 minutes on the loading screen. Oh, wow. I don't know why I think that long. Ah! I think we see where Pokel got her from. That movie really was something. To think my first Orbital film ever watched would be such a tempest of gore and profanity. I assume it's among the sexy, scintillating spectacles of Gaudy infamy. No, this is by a different director, and a pretty unique one in their own right. Well, whatever they're putting down, I'm into. Might be cheesy and low budget, but that's what gives it so much character. How do they know it's low budget? Sharkferno first hit theaters sometime last spring. When it came to releasing nationwide, though, the distributor deemed it in need of heavy modification. They then came to us with the re-edited version upon hearing about our test. Apparently, it was just the opportunity they'd been waiting for. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed your optimized cinematic audio experience, courtesy of Little Pokeli. There's no denying the volume and sound effect mixing was excellent. Sharkferno. It must be an awfully powerful holocore to be able to process all of that in real time. Yeah, and I thought I was amazed with her before. This was all very informative. Thank you. Not at all. Come back and catch one of our normal showings too sometime.
Don't mind if I do, madame.
What are they showing right now?
Crimson Fist, Perfect Driver 2, Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution.
I thought I watched Glory. No, wait, this is the movie version of the play. We're gonna watch Crimson Fist. 5 tickets for Crimson Fist. That comes out to 1,000 mirror. Oh, sure, Reen gets to watch with more than 2 people. The 5 of them made their way into the theater, having decided to take a break and watch a movie. See, now I just want to see the Sinners route watching movies with Lapis. I want to see her. I want to hear her comments. A lonesome girl named Beth, born in the slums, turned to a life of crime and ended up in prison. But one day she received a letter that would change her life. It was from a man named Mikey, who had once made a name for himself as a boxing trainer. You got a talent for boxing, kid. You just gotta hone your skills. Although Beth scoffed at the letter at first, as time went on, she eventually decided to start training on her own. Eventually, the day of her release came, and Mikey was right there waiting for her, inviting her to train with him and become a champion. But the path of a pro boxer was more arduous than she ever could have imagined. Mikey, who had become a mentor to her like none other, was diagnosed with an incurable disease just before the biggest match of her career. After he fell into a deep coma, one the doctors said he'd never recover from, Beth was forced to go it alone. Damn, dude.
And Beth's down on the mat yet again. Could it be that her opponent, the welterweight champion Grizzly Bonanza, is just too far beyond her
Grizzly
defeat?
Bonanza is a
It's
wild
no good.
name.
She'll never beat that monster.
I hate to say it, but maybe she should just stay down.
Was that Pro CD?
Get up! On your feet, Beth!
I can't see.
Was that Pro CD
It's
again?
going dark. Mikey, I can't.
Listen up, Beth. You got a natural talent for this sport.
Mikey?
But before you can go anywhere, you gotta believe in yourself. Work on those moves. And don't do it for me. Do it for your future. All that strength you've been building up, it ain't gonna let you down. I know it'll point you in the right direction when you're up against the wall.
That's right. Mikey believed in me. The most important thing you gave me is right here inside me. Coursing through my blood and my fists. Believe, Beth. Believe in all those days of training. Believe in yourself. Gotcha!
She nailed her! That was a perfectly clean hit!
Then I wear mouth guards? That's wild.
Mikey.
Break time
promise I'm
broke.
gonna
Yeah.
bring that belt home for you.
Yeah, Q. I did see the message. I just didn't want to talk to the movie. Yeah. This, for whatever reason, the stream had a hiccup. Like, it didn't crash on OBS or anything. It was like Twitch side, I think. So yay, when it goes to YouTube, it'll be 2 different videos. Wow, Nina brought a ton of energy to that role. Oh, that was Nina. I forget. It's like every actress is either Judith or Nina, and those are the only 2 actresses. Agreed. It was even a bit overwhelming at times. I found myself almost intimidated by some of the scenes. I've seen other movies she's been in, but I was pretty surprised by how this one turned out. Yeah, for me it was almost like I could sense her presence, even through the screen. Eastern martial arts call it chi. During sword fights, it's something I feel all around me, striking the air like tremors. There are only 2 actors, yeah. The movie gave me the same feeling. I guess her putting her all into her acting could be considered similar to a martial arts dedication. Damn, if it's feeling like the real deal to a divine blade, Nina must have really done her homework for the role. It does make you wonder if that was all really just acting. Could be she's actually got the guts to better life, same as the character. I'll play more Horizon because I need to make more headway in the game. Have a good night, Basel. Thanks for dropping by, Keith. Much appreciated, and apologies for the confusion with the stream hiccup. Either way, her acting was amazing. Loved her moxie and how genuine her feelings for Mikey seemed. Her fight scenes were also next level. For real, the weight she put behind her punches made them feel, like she was actually punching the other person. When she fell to the ground, it was so convincing, I almost felt it myself. Apparently in some older movies, there were times where the actors really did hit each other. They couldn't let Nina do that, of course, but good acting and editing can help make it still feel believable. Felt as though I was actually watching the match from the front row of the ring. The power of film and acting truly is something to behold. Even if she's a method actress, is that really enough to explain all the chi I felt? It was almost like it wasn't just acting. It was as if she took a real person and recreated them down to the smallest detail. No, looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Yeah, but
Crimson Feast.
Okay. Good. Can I watch a second movie?
This new movie theater is so nice and clean.
Like, can I just
How
watch
can I
all
help
the
you?
movies? Perfect Driver 2. The 5 of them made their way into the theater, and we decided to watch the movies. It's side stuff like this that gets me detract or detract, off track. Philip, a young fledgling Z1 race car driver, is the son of Louis Adler, the legendary racer. Tormented by the crushing wave of his father's legacy, Philip rebels against him, shattering the bond they held in the process. This was in the previous game. Shortly thereafter, Louis gets into an accident and perishes on the spot. Ooh. With little time to process the untimely death of his father, Philip is thrust into the Grand Prix, his focus fractured and his will dwindling. But then, in the final lap of the race, when all hope of victory was nearly lost, the words of his father echo in Philip's mind.
The thing you gotta aim for ain't the finish line. You're gonna have to think way beyond that. If you want to be a legend, set your sights on a goal to call your own. Then speed past it.
Unbelievable! Philip's taken the lead. He's past last year's champion, Max.
Maxim Lugan?
Look at that little Lino of his go. Something's really lit a fire in him. Nothing's gonna stop him now.
That's Prozita, again.
That little punk didn't even spare me a second thought. Who on earth is that kid racing here?
I found it, Dad. I found my goal beyond the finish line.
Beyond the
Just wish
horizon?
I could have found it while you were still here. I'm gonna leave you in the dust, Louis Adler. I won't stop racing until I overwrite every legendary record you ever set.
Yeah. Okay. Kinda doubt we'll get the chance to sit and watch a whole live Z1 race this trip. But at the very least, seeing this kick-ass movie made up for that a bit. For sure. Given that this is the birthplace of orbital vehicles and racing, I'm not surprised the film felt so detailed and realistic. Also, the scenes of the characters living their lives outside the racetrack were so well done, I was sucked right in before I'd realized it. Brought me back to those times I helped test the orbital bikes. The sound of the engines rumbling and the feeling of slicing through the wind at blinding speeds. Get why they put their life on the line for that. Absolutely! As a fellow gearhead, the whole film really spoke to me. Even if I wasn't, a movie like this is still the kind of thing that'd get a guy real fired up. In fact, I'm ready to jump into an orbital bike race right this minute. Think there are any happening nearby? That reminds me. I recall hearing from the Foundation that the Republic is considering inviting foreign teams to participate in future Z1 races. If so, perhaps the Rhineford group would put together a team of its own. If they allow orbital bikes, I bet Angie would be a perfect representative for the Empire. Oof, yeah, if Jellica enters, I'd be better off waving the white flag before I even get to the starting line. True. Oh, that reminds me. I think I remember hearing they cast active Z1 racers in this movie. Yep, Max is played by Maxim Lugan, the 4-time consecutive champion. Apparently, he helped supervise the movie. Maybe that's why it felt so realistic. Is that so? He sounds like quite a capable person. I don't know about that. Rumors have painted him as a womanizer and kind of an all-around mess. Also, there's a chance his winning streak will come to an end soon, with all his younger competitors nipping at his heels. Oh, seems like there's a lot going on with him. Well, at the very least, that doesn't change the fact this movie was fantastic. They're selling commemorative brochures. Perfect Driver 2. Cool. Okay. And now, no time to catch another movie. Unfortunately, it is bullshit. It is bullshit. What do you mean I don't have enough time? Oh, hello there, Cerise Drugs. Health foods. Dark Blue Musk. Cologne, dark blue, not Azure. Cologne for men has a refreshing yet slightly mysterious scent. Mysterious. And Cerise chips. Cool.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's go to this. Cooking.
Whew. Thanks for the meal.
Back up. That's just damage.
Whew. Thanks for the meal.
Okay. Oh. Gourmet.
I'll go ahead and send this to Mr.
Willie's
All
Cafe
yours.
Jelly. Popular dessert from Willie's Cafe that clears the mind in a single bite. Wake up call of coffee flavor with just enough of a sugar rush to shake off any brain fog. Not hard to guess why it's such a hit with the students. Could help with long drives too. So these
I'll go
chips.
ahead and send this to Mr. Arkwright.
Exclusive snack for sea drugs with a vivid cherry blossom seasoning. These chips come drugstore recommended, so it's no surprise they're rich in vitamins and calcium. They're also easy to eat, making them decent on-the-go provisions. Nice. Okay, home cooking. Deluxe organic platter. Okay, let's make this. Toa's food.
Just leave it to me. Here you are. Chock
Good.
full of nutrients.
Nutrients. We have that, just hasn't been eaten. Okay, off the cuff survival stew.
Now we're cooking.
Gives quick, so another one that I kind of want to
Try this.
hold.
Chef's recommendation.
And then Ace and Espresso. What do you mean? Oh, I don't have enough Beast Essence. I wish the text change color was a bit more prominent. It's primarily due to the font. It's not like it's not very thick lettering. De Niro. Mina and Jed and Tony. What is with the groupings of boy, girl, small boy? Wow, he's so pretty. This place is totally different from Amsterdam. Oh, what's that over there? Let's go take a look, you guys. Hey, I said not to run too far ahead of us, Tony. Jeez, is he ever not a handful? That's rich coming from you, Jed.
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what it sounds like. Who's the one who got so excited for this trip they couldn't sleep a wink, huh?
How'd you know that, you nagging shrew?
I am not nagging, or a shrew. Yeesh, moving in with Granny Angela hasn't changed you one bit. You guys are always such good pals. Now come on, let's go see what's over there.
Yo, what's up, space merch?
Rocket charm. Rocket charm, rocket charm. I'm gonna buy 2.
Thank you very much.
Because I don't know if I'll ever get to buy another. Bulletin board.
Let's have a look-see.
For SPG, Orbital Microwaves Fever. Recently, there's been a sudden surge in demand for orbital microwave appliances in the Basel Orbital store, resulting in a huge stock shortage. On the surface, it seems like a simple scalping scheme, but something about this is setting off alarm bells in my head. I'd like to consult with the Spriggan who helped me out in the past. Meet me at Vern Plaza for details. Manager Radad. More like Rapapa. Or Rafather. This is the Newtown bulletin board. We should check it every so often while we're in town. Would you look at that? Got a request here too. There's demand for this kind of service in every district from the looks of it. I have mixed feelings about that, honestly. It means the number of cases that fall in the morally gray camp are pervasive here. But it's for that reason we need people like Van who can tackle these people's problems. Definitely seems like there are requests and information we can only pick up using this method. So this is how they operate. I suppose there's a lot we can glean from doing things this way. Okay. Kicked open this door. Yeah, kicked open that door. You see that? Anna. Manager Dad, how's it going, my man?
Thank you very much.
What about them microwaves? Are you Mr. Radad, the manager? Saw your post on the bulletin board. Oh, and you folks are, it sounds like you're here about my request, but I don't see Mr. Arkwright with you. He was the one who came for the hollow core testing last time. Actually, we'll be taking his place today on account of a variety of circumstances. He might not be here in person, but the guy himself gave us the okay to act on his behalf. Really now? In that case, why don't we get right to the meat of the matter? It was something about people cleaning out your stock of orbital microwaves just like that, right? Can't say I'm all that familiar with the product. Orbital microwaves are state-of-the-art kitchen appliances that have yet to reach mainstream adoption. They heat food quickly and easily by irradiating it with high-frequency orbital waves. It does sound pretty convenient. Oh, you bet. They may not be commonplace yet, but mass production lines are nearly ready. After that, it's only a matter of time before they're widespread. And once they are, every household will be that much more efficient for it. Without said production lines, though, we can currently only carry a limited number at a time. Which is why this recent rash of bulk purchasing is causing an inventory shortage. It's no crime, though. Plus, it turns a hefty profit, so the store doesn't exactly lose out. The empty shelves are definitely a hassle, though. Could be that they're getting scooped up for resale, too. They didn't have microwaves, they had rocket ships and Gundams, right? the order of events of technological presence and innovation in the Trails world is comically fucking skewed. Because remember, they had orbital airships in Sky first chapter, but when they were trying to investigate Walter in Sky second chapter, the concept of sunglasses was new to them. Right? Like, think about that. They did not have the concept of tinted glasses before they had literal things that could fly in the sky. And guns. Orbital guns, I should say. Something else is nagging at me. You opted to bring this to a Spriggan over the police or guild, right? Right, and for a reason. See, these buying sprees the past few days struck me as awfully organized. We'll get a series of customers purchasing multiple microwaves each, for example, or a group of them all at once to clean out our stock not a moment after we've replenished it. That is most definitely odd. The scale is inordinately large for simple scalping. It still doesn't break the law or harm any civilians, though, which is exactly why it'd be hard to get help from the police or the guild. One way or another, the trend is unnatural, and I can't shake the sense that ignoring it is a risky move. I know it's selfish to ask over just a gut feeling, but would you be willing to look into this? Well, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We ain't none to say none. Alright, consider your request accepted. Can't get a read on their intentions here otherwise. Bigger picture might surprise us. Phew, thanks a million. My hopes are all on you. Just so we have more context, is this only happening at this location? No. Ours has seen the worst of it, but other mass merchandisers are experiencing the same too. If they're all connected, that'd make this a pretty coordinated operation. Let's say it is to resell them, though. My big hang-up then would be, why now? I haven't heard a peep about microwaves being a sudden craze over the last few days. Perhaps we should speak with the other affected stores in that case. Actually, it'd be nice to get a different point of view from that of a retailer. For now, why don't we try asking a manufacturer? Good idea. Moving higher up the supply chain might give us a broader perspective on this. For all we know, something could be happening on their end, too. Well, if you don't mind a suggestion, how about the workshop next to the chapel in the artisanal district? It's involved in orbital microwave development, and the man in charge there is a pal of mine, more or less. Bring my name up, and he should answer just about any question you have. Oh yeah? Sounds like the best jumping off point we can hope for. It's settled then. Let's go see what the artisan has to say about the situation. Artisan? I'm not just a mechanic, I'm an artisan. I'm not just an engineer, I'm an artisan. Nellie and Emily. So that's Basel's tram system. Isn't it amazing, Emily? It's completely different from Horacian's. This one has card authentication and cars that fly through the air. Oh, compose yourself, Nellie. This is nothing the guidebook hasn't already told us. That said, must we ride it here and now? Well, why not take the bridge instead? Emily, don't tell me you're too scared. It's okay, I'll hold your hand nice and tight no matter what happens. Don't be preposterous. I'm well within my rights to be wary of a new first experience. This side of her is just too adorable.
Yo, what's up, Citrus?
Oh, it's a hand.
Star Taker. I'm gonna take the star with my hand. Just like the Persona 5 people take hearts.
Hello, researcher.
Got a second?
Hollow core abnormality. The Basel Institute of Science bound tram will be departing shortly. Oh, you're the guy who came to shop earlier. Good luck with your afternoon lectures. Thanks, Pocky Poo.
I'll give it my all.
That was an awfully tailored response. Does she actually remember everybody who comes through? Maybe she's combining set phrases based on the information recorded on people's access cards. I wonder if she'd react to us walking past right now. This is only a trial run, so the ones she speaks to are likely limited to those going to the Institute of Science. I'm somewhat jealous. Welcome to the Aerotram platform. Oh, if it isn't the group from Thor's. Is something the matter? Did you misplace your cards, perhaps? No, nothing like that. We just had a little question for you.
We're just doing our job. You know what I'm saying?
The group explained Pokel's unusual behavior. Possible adverse influences on Pokel. Unfortunately, nothing noteworthy comes to mind. Doesn't sound like there's been any major trouble here either. If anything, you'd think the turnstiles would be swarming with guys hoping to hear a cute girl give them the time of day. As a matter of fact, they are, every now and then. Generally speaking, however, Pokel has improved considerably. The directions are sound, and she'll even limit her conversations during early mornings and other busy hours. She can account for that. Recolor me impressed. Interacting with the multitudes of people entering and exiting must provide her with all the more data to grow from. With traffic that high, though, it would be difficult to pin down a single factor. Yeah, this request might be trickier than meets the eye. Trickier than meets the eye. My apologies for not being of more help. Receptionist Echo. Who the fuck names their kid Echo? Pokel has grown on me as well, so I wish you the best of luck sorting this out. Well, we managed to cover a whole lot of ground. Crazy just how far AI has progressed, though. Figure I'll ever replace human beings in the workforce down the road? I recall Professor Epstein warning about something along those lines in his lifetime. The idea of a technological singularity, which came up in regard to Elysium 2 years ago as well. There's definitely much to chew on here. But I think I understand things a little better now that we've finished our rounds. Maybe that Pokel was influenced by more than just one factor. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Still only a hypothesis, though. Let's just store our intel as best we can and report it into the client. Okay. Emily and I are there misunderstandings before, but ever since clearing them up, we've been the most inseparable pair of pals in our entire music account. Oh yeah, you're the one that. Oh yeah, you're the. Okay, we did a 4SPG for you, and she was the one who was like, I want to be top, and okay, yeah. Because she was like trying to hold herself back because she was like, oh, maybe I don't belong and all that. Now I get to see these hidden sides of her. Who knew she was so adorable underneath? I could have sworn this girl was a touch more reserved. Perhaps meek would be more apropos. Ever since that singing competition, she's changed dramatically, as though a weight has been lifted off her. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. I'd rather prefer this more organic Nelly. It's gonna feel so good when we schmooch later. Okay. And Motor Pavilion. Yo, what? You have a problem? You have a problem with me, bro? You problem? You honking? Why you honking, bro? Back off. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. If you were a real guy, you'd come over here and drive me down while on the sidewalk. Also, what's going on, laddie?
Anything strike your fancy?
Maximum energy DX.
Thanks.
This maximum energy will go right to your DX.
Quick, CP. Yeah, I mean, that's CP to everyone. So that's good. And then, yeah, I'll do that on him. Doing fine. Okay, so Voin Company and the Moto.
This is Vern HQ. I expected it'd be bigger, seeing as it's the largest company in Calvert.
That's probably because, unlike Rhineford, Vern is made up of many different companies.
Why don't we take a look around? I'm sure Elisa would be curious to hear about the place.
She probably would be. But we got a Motor Pavilion to go to. Look at all these cars! I take it this is the Motor Pavilion. You know we're in the Republic when we're surrounded by so many state-of-the-art orbital vehicles. Who names their kid Crow? Crow is one of those weird ones where I was like, you know what? Like, it makes me wonder if when they decided the name, they were like, oh, we want, like, maybe it started off as Okarasu, and then they went, well, what's that? What's that bird's name in English? And they went, oh, it's Kuro. And it's like, oh, okay, there we go. But in my brain, I was also going along the lines of maybe he gave himself that name to a point. I mean, I know he didn't, but it feels like the kind of name where it's like, you know, my parents are gone, my granddad's gone. I'll just call myself whatever the fuck. And that's my new name. Indeed. There's certainly a greater variety than back in the Empire. Big four manufacturers are constantly pushing the boundaries as they compete for market share. I heard that their momentum has even caught up with the orbital bikes that were developed in the Empire. I don't know whether to be happy or frustrated. Better tech is better tech, am I right? It's not like the Empire's got a monopoly, and knowing George and Angelica, this is just more wind in their sails. I suppose you're right. I just feel conflicted since I helped develop the orbital bikes and all. I can relate. At least Elisa seems happy about the whole thing. What do you say we take a look around? Damn, is this Ingrid's new sports car? Talk about performance. No kidding. Its silhouette looks like something from the future. That's Toss limo, huh? Has a luxurious quality to it. Kind of looks like an RF model, though. They're both targeting the same rich demographics, right? Makes sense their design would be similar. Heard sitting in one makes you feel like royalty. I wouldn't give to get behind the wheel. Bro, look! That has to be the famous Z1 car that everybody's talking about. Wait, seriously? I've seen it in a couple of races, but man, it rides right on the ground, don't it? You can tell at a glance it's got a need for speed. It's so refined in every way. They sound like Van. He's a big fan of these two, isn't he? Two of them are already adults. They ought to act their age.
That's simply the way men are.
You got that right. No man should have to lose their childlike wonder.
Boy, leave it. Yo, okay. Crown Prince and Gotti, along with Renee. Huh? Prince Shreed? And Director Gotti, too. Oh, you're the Prince of Elsheim. It's a pleasure to meet you. You gotta be that famous director. Seen you in the magazines.
I'm honored you know me.
The pleasure is all mine. It's a privilege to meet the Empire's heroes. Ever since I heard tales about you from Prince Olivert, I knew I had to make your acquaintances.
You two know each other? It really is an honor. I had no idea you would be in Basel. Don't tell me you've got the presidential aide acting as your personal tour guide.
It's perfectly appropriate, I assure you. The prince is an esteemed guest and a major shareholder in the Verne Company, not to mention his involvement in this enterprise.
I'm simply here to conduct a friendly inspection of our Republican and Imperial allies. I've actually only just arrived after meeting up with the director in the capital. Prince Shreed I get, but why is Gotti here too? Why else? I'm in talks with the presidential office to make the space program into a feature film. It hasn't been easy, seeing how they're keeping everything confidential. So I ended up coming all the way over here for an interview. Isn't it crazy how the Republican Empire, once at odds, are now collaborating to make history? A clash of prides, a battle between the leaders in robotic technology. There's thrill, suspense, drama. I can already see the opening scene playing out in my head. If only Major Amelia would agree to a steamy photo shoot. Oh, Director Gotti, your passion truly fuels the industry of cinema. I cannot allow something like that to be produced without a thorough analysis of every element, to ensure nothing is overly untoward. Come on, Kincaid, you'll let it slide, right? We're buddies, right? Even if he is a big-name director, isn't it unheard of for a civilian to have access to a military exercise? I'm having trouble understanding just what the Republican CID are after. Yeah, because they're trying to keep it under wraps. In any case, I hope you'll take this time to prepare. We're hoping this afternoon will be meaningful in more ways than one. Right, we'll be sure to. Connection events are now available in Reen's Woo! Oh my god! We can spend time with our friends? Gee willikers! Let's also give some stuff. A laser orbital dryer that can simultaneously moisturize your hair. That seems crazy. Oh, it's a mist dryer.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Interesting. Yes, perfect. Multi-tool knife. It's a knife. We're gonna knife it up, baby. Cologne for men.
I'll take it.
Cool. About for old times, Fee invited me out for some combat training, which we haven't done in a while. The location is Ooge Canyon. Good practice, so maybe I should consider it. Hobby, photography. Altina's planning to take some photos around picturesque Basel. So I'm not busy. Maybe I should join her. Orbital bike test drive. Well, I mean, this one is 2 for 1, so. Apparently you can test drive some orbital bikes and screws over at the Motor Pavilion in Newtown. Ground Toe invited me to join them. I'm certainly curious, so why not? Hell yeah, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Right now. Well, let's do it right now. Marines group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. So there's a red star, huh? This design really grabs your attention. Very cool. Yeah, man, red stars are hot stuff. Makes it real hard to pick between one of those and an SWAS. I wonder if the reason they have so many larger models is because the Republic has so many well-maintained long-distance roads. Having a bigger bike definitely leaves you more comfortable and less exhausted on long drives. Not to mention their form, feel, and the sound of their exhaust are just so damn cool. Yeah, coolness is a key factor. Even you, Reen? Don't you feel bad for your bike back in the Empire? I mean, it's not like I'm replacing it or anything. I'm attached to my ride. You want to talk, Toa? You've been riding that brand new scooter. Who's the real trader here? Hey, how's it going? It's going well. And you, Ash? Thanks for dropping by. Okay, but it hasn't been released in the Empire yet. I just want to give it a try is all. To be honest, would you be more willing to pilot a movie than you would an anime? No, I would be approximately equivalent. I don't see any difference, really, in my brain. Like, if I'm being frank, I would, to me, okay, here, it depends on how recent the movie is. If it is a brand spanking new movie, I would potentially feel worse about that one, so long as it was still in theaters. But the moment it hit streaming, I wouldn't feel bad about it at all. Right? Because that's like the big difference. Where anime, like a series of anime, the major ways to support it are, I guess, watching on a major streaming service so they can kind of report that people want to watch it. But the biggest ways to support it are to like buy the Blu-rays, which I don't fucking do. Anyway, most people don't. Right? Whereas movies, it's kind of one-to-one. If you want to support the movie, what do? You go to the fucking cinema. You go to the movie theater and watch it there. Or you buy it online later or something. Maybe you just care more about the animators than you do Hollywood. I mean, that is also true. But also, I mean, the thing is, Hollywood is a massive umbrella. Because there are a lot of people that put in a lot of work to like make a whole bunch of movies. But I'd say the big difference here is if those people at like the Hollywood movie theaters, like their thing doesn't go well, they could just go to a different Hollywood movie theater movie like thing and do it like for design, like sound design and all that other stuff, right? Whereas animation, it's like, you know that they're fucking busting their hump, like hunched over that desk being like, gonna make this, do this the best I can with whatever conditions I have. Like, you know that they're just crunching. So it's like, I kind of want to support them as like more. Not bad, just playing Kai. I'm getting ever so close to the end. Hell yeah. I've been more into pirate anime since I rarely watch movies. Well, that's willingness based on frequency of it. I'm doing it out of like irrespective of the frequency with which I watch said medium, because I like 99% of my media consumption is anime, right? That is just kind of what it is, because I don't go see movies that frequently. Yeah, I'm asking because I know bro buys hella anime. I buy hella anime? I don't buy hella anime. I buy some manga. Don't buy a lot of manga. I'm pretty picky with my manga because, like, I look at my bookshelf space. Might be overworked to death, but I will make this titty scene jiggle. I mean, but, like, they're not wrong. I remember being a young lad watching Aiken. Eiken, for anyone that's interested in Googling that one. I figured it'd be a good fit for me since I've been having to run all over the place lately. Well, it's definitely convenient, especially for a short stack like you. Kurt, don't you start calling me that again. It's been ages. I'll have you know, I have a license now. Alright, how about we give these a test ride? Is it alright if we drive these on the road outside the city? Yeah, no, I am not Googling that one again. I mean, if we're talking about the physics, that's the one. Is he even firing if no one is streaming the end? So, okay. That's a good discussion question. Is it really pirating if actually no one is getting hurt? I would say it is, but it is fully guiltless, right? Like, literally, if there is no other way to watch it, it means that no one is losing any revenue or sales or anything associated with it. Right? And that's the big thing about why a lot of Nintendo games may or may not be completely legitimately played on my computer. And it's because they're not, like, a lot of the ones that I play just straight aren't available to play. I can't purchase some of them. So I have to use my completely legitimate old-fashioned, I have them in my my Harry Potter tin over in the other room, play them completely legitimately. But I can't buy them for, like, the Switch or anything. And sometimes they might be available only through, like, the Nintendo Online subscription thing, which I also don't consider purchasing, so fuck that. So it's like, are they real? There's no loss happening there. I'm not it's not going around, it's not taking away any potential sale because it's not being streamed or sold, right? The annual price infrastructure was dog water. I'd probably subscribe to Crunchyroll and whatnot, but it's just too damn good. Yeah, God, when did I start subscribing to Crunchyroll? It's been a while. I feel like there's just a time where basically it's like most of the websites that I went to were just kind of either being shut down or were just being inundated with like not necessarily not good links, but like the playback quality just wasn't great. So yeah, I have Crunchyroll and High Dive. It's alright if we drive these on the road outside the city. And now my niece is also like on the account, so I'm like, okay, well I gotta keep it up so she can watch anime, as well as my brother. So, alright if we drive these on the road outside the city? Of course, take care. You should know, the bike manufacturers are very excited. They can't wait to hear your thoughts on their Orba bikes. Stream in on the account. Yeah, that won't go awry. That's a lot of pressure. But the thing is, like, I have had thoughts similar to that, where if it's not being streamed, how much like copyright stuff can you get? Could I just stream a really old anime with no ramification? Because like a lot of watch along streams you'll see is mostly just the person's camera with like a timer on it saying, hey, here's what we're watching and this is the time that we're at, right? But if it's not even being shown, if I went and found the old English dub like series of Zatch Bell, right, and just straight up played it with no audio manipulation, no nothing, right, who is gonna fucking copyright strike that? I don't think Zatch Bell is on any streaming service right now. I will not ever touch Crunchyroll. I don't care what anyone tries. Oh wait, I mean, I don't like it either, right? It's definitely going downhill with the quality that they're doing right now, and I would like to not do it, but as I said, well, I also in November or December did the 1 year, like a full year payment, so I have it for the next year at the very least, and also my niece and brother are on it, and I watch Crunchyroll with the Rise, my mod, when we're doing our like weekly anime stuff, and it's just like it's a relatively easy place to just watch it and get good enough quality. So if you could, your VOD might get muted, but other than that... Well, see, that's the thing, right? Why? Like, I'm just thinking, why would it get muted if it's not on any streaming services and presumably it's not being, like, monitored? If anyone in the publisher wherever has that, will bring up a question of will they, and also perhaps not. Yeah. It's called anime because it's animated, but I've seen GIFs with more frames. I mean, it depends on the anime. Like, I didn't watch One Punch Man Season 3 because I only heard bad things and only expected bad things based on the preview things that they put out prior to it airing. Which really hurt, because after Season 1, with that literally being, like, one of my favorite animes of all time. What season? Exactly. Right, Season 1 being one of my favorite animes of all time. Season 2 just being like, you're not Season 1. You don't got the spice, but like you're sufficient for a generic-y kind of anime. And then I'm like, oh god, you took one of the best things going and you just threw it in the trash. There's never a Season 3. What you mean? Yeah. How's that Red Star working for you? I heard they put a heavy focus on speed and it shows. It's like I'm cutting through the wind. It's also pretty nice driving down such a long, well-maintained road. Public roads are smooth, and you can't help but want to put the pedal to the metal. But Manitois ain't nothing to laugh at either. Want to race? Oh, you're still such a kid. We're both adults now. Shouldn't we act a little more art? Just kidding. I ain't falling for that. Just kidding. That's like one of the most playful things we've seen Reen do. Huh? Guys, wait for me! I'm on my moped! Yeah, it's only rushed in when you grab. Give people time to make people get... yeah. Also, it was with a different, like, studio. I mean, Season 2 and Season 3 were the same studio, but it was a different studio than Season 1, which was one of the main reasons why it probably went downhill quite a bit. Another anti-topic. Yippee, read my boy! Yeah. Jeez, what are you, children? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Got some slack, you know how guys can be. Anyway, how's that scooter working out for you? It's really comfy. Might not go very fast, but it handles really well. I think it'd be perfect for my work commute and grabbing groceries and things. It's pretty easy to steer, so I bet it'd even be a good fit for students. Seeing how popular bikes have become in the Empire, it'd be nice if students could get licenses too. Oh, that's a good idea. Bet we get more students commuting from outside the dorms. To be fair, Crow does always bring out Reen's playful side. True. We should talk to the Academy about it when we get back to the Empire. We two really are a couple of workaholics. Workaholics with a workplace romance, I hope. So this is what your hedge boss feels like. It's pretty hard to control. That's because I've tuned her just the way I like it. But hey, we ain't doing too bad a job. What say we... You're on! Oh, yeah, bro, like Crow. Huh? Again? Jeez, wait for me! I am so done with you guys. You left me behind twice. You guys are such children. My bad. I have no excuse. I got a little too carried away. I get that it's been a while since we've all been together like this, but you really need to start acting your age. Especially you, Reen. You're an instructor at Thor's now. You have to show a little more self-restraint. How old are they in this game? Like 26 now? 26, 27? Maybe? Actually, no. Can't be. Because Van, he's 20, yeah, he's 23, because Van's like 25. And we know, yeah, sorry, yeah. Because we know Van's 25, and they have to be older. Or they have to be younger than Van. Right? Van is 25, or is he 26? I said at the start of the game, but yeah, and it's been damn near 30 hours since that point in time. And 2 and Kai, he is 25. Okay. Sorry, ma'am. Can't you lay off the lectures? It is kind of nostalgic hanging out on bikes like this. You're a real Trails fan. You remember every piece of lore that's ever uttered. Yup, 100%, sure. I'm not a real fan. All the posters on my wall, those are fake fan posters. It's kind of nostalgic hanging out on bikes like this. Reminds me of when we were all working on our orbital bikes in the engineering club. Yeah, brings me back. You, Angelica, George, Crow. You were all kind enough to include me in your bike project. And weren't you all a year above me in school? Do you seriously have to ask? You'll always be my underclassman as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we test drove that thing over and over just like this. I mean, you say you're a fan of FF7, won't play the remakes. Like, motherfucker, I have never said I was a fan of FF7. You coming at me with that again, Sleeper? Do I need to change the fucking sub goal back to FF7 Rebirth? Only for you to go, okay, once someone gets it to 19 subs to rig me up. Every chess fan knows Aryan Road is 278 years old, right? Yeah, dude. Or she was 278 years old. And now she's not. Now she's dead. Angelica and George get into it, and then we get all involved. I'll get involved. Oh my god, there they are. Feels like it was just yesterday. That's so much fun. Now they're all over the Republic. New models are coming out all the time. Could have guessed they'd become such a big deal. Speaking of Angelica and George, do you know what they're up to these days? Yeah, we keep in touch. They've been both pretty busy lately. Recently, they've been really interested in the sky. They even dragged Elise's 4th development division into researching the possibility of designing a flying orbital bike. So you said that you got 30 hours so far? Yeah. A flying orbital bike? What is this, fucking GTA 5? You did tell me about that. I guess it's no surprise they're dreaming big. Heard they're also looking into ways to deal with the barren land that's spreading through the east. When I last dropped in, George was working with a donut in hand. He doesn't even take time off to eat. Donut. But instead of flying orbital bikes, they work on making more useful appliances, like a microwave. Or a fucking coffee. Where's the trail? Where's the orbital Keurig? Can't wait for 200 hours of Kai, because fuck, man, this game is long. Yeah, this is gonna be... I wonder if this is gonna be one of the longest playlists on my YouTube channel. Because, like, Reverie was long, Daybreak and Daybreak 2 were pretty long, but this one feels like it might be longer. Yeah, that sure sounds like him. I just hope he's getting enough nutrition. It really feels like everyone's working toward the future, space program included. Sometimes, I worry about how quickly technology is evolving. It's kind of frightening. It should be. A nuke happened. Hey, seeing a good time. Thanks for dropping by. Nice seeing a first-time chatter. And Kevin Roots are pretty brisk. Okay. Pretty brisk. Which makes sense. As I said, this game is just Daybreak 3. So, they're going to focus on Van a bit more. The other ones are cursory, like, hey, here's how these guys are doing right now. Let's get them in. But thanks for dropping by, seeing your good times. I assume you're a fan of Trails. I have played all of them up to this point, and I play a whole bunch of other JRPGs. But thanks for dropping by. 100%, I'm at like 78 hours, and I still have 3 routes to do, and whatever the finale has. It's gonna be wild. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but isn't it a good thing that tech is improving? We got nukes now. Regardless, we all went through the ringer during the Great Twilight, so I'm glad those guys have been able to move forward. You have too. I think that's what makes me feel so proud whenever I see an orbital bike on the road. A reminder of what my amazing upperclassmen have accomplished. Reen, you're gonna make me blush.
Let's make sure we do what we came here to do. Especially now that you've got so many of your students looking up to you.
Right. I try not to forget who's watching me.
Did Georg invent the orbital bike? Kinda.
We both gotta make sure we're ready for the new assault frame training exercise this afternoon. And besides, even if the Republic surpasses our technology...
You say even if. They already have. What do you mean if? Damn respect.
We still have to show them what we're made of. For the sake of our old partners.
Yo, I'm Valimar. Yo, I'm Ordine.
Damn right. We can't look like fools out there.
I'm sure it'll go great. Good luck, you two.
Emilia just trounces them immediately. After that, the trio returned to the rentals to the motor pavilion, and after meeting back up with Altina and Fee, resumed their work in the city. Okay. So I should be good to go for maybe about like 20 to 30 more minutes, and then I'll probably call it there. Because it is a work night. And also, tomorrow, a guy's coming over to give me a quote on some new windows for my home, so gotta remember to do that. And also, I need to do some research and study up on the bank that I'm applying at a job for, just so I'm prepped for the interview. Wish me luck, fellas. But yeah, also, Senior, thanks for dropping by. And just so you know, I usually stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But this Friday, I'm not going to be streaming because I got stuff to do. So if you do feel like dropping by, you can drop by on Saturday. But
well done.
Regardless. Okay, man, one of the biggest things in the world, got into hot shit and tried to leave the world early, like every good inventor. So now for your Altina connection, gonna wait a little bit, but yeah. Gonna do some of the other side quests first.
You, Professor Hamilton.
Peace connection. Okay, I'll do Fee.
I simply must thank you for what you did to resolve all of the problems I created last year.
That is an understatement.
Please, Mr. Towsend, it was just an unfortunate setback. You did more than enough to assist with the aftermath. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't owe me a thing. If anything, I feel awful that I was unable to prevent your dismissal during the board meeting.
Oh, no, really. That was due to my own failings. You had to leave to the Far East, after all.
Man, Professor Hamilton's talking to. Is he who I think he is? Yeah. They say being let go last year broke him up so much they had to take a griefcation about it. Be not so loud. Ah, yes, I remember that from the database. So that's their boomerang CEO, huh?
Oh, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Enjoying a thorough tour of Basel, are we?
Good morning, everyone. Each part averaged me 2 to 3 hours during everything, nothing in Act 1 in length. Okay. But here's the thing, Senior. I'm streaming this, and therefore I get distracted by chat, and also I talk and other stuff and say out the lines. So that balloons the playtime a bit, unfortunately. Why is her name not Brad? Last name. Well, because we assume, so we're still under the assumption that Dingo was either her son or her grandson, right? We're not 100% sure of that, because we do know that all 3 of the disciples are of age to have grandchildren, based on the fact that Tita exists. So, Dingo could have been her grandson, and therefore, case in point as to what delays me, I'm not pressing anything right now talking about this. She had whatever child, a son or daughter, potentially, we're assuming here. And that well, it would have had to, wait. We're also assuming, okay, there are various ways in which this thing could have happened, right? She may not have taken her partner's last name for whatever reason, but the child has the father's last name. Could have been Brad, if it was like a son or a daughter or whatever. Or Hamilton is partner's last name, she kept it, but they had a daughter, and then that daughter took the Brad last name, which passed down to Dingo, possibly. Or maybe they had a son and he took the wife's last name. Could either or. But yeah, there are ways. There are ways. We need that Hamilton lore. Although I've never seen the musical. Right? It's a musical, the play. What?
Oh, hello, everyone. Enjoying a thorough tour of Basel, are we?
That's right. It's been a very refreshing experience so far.
Hi. You all must be...
CEO of the Vern Group, Bill Towsend.
I'm the Vern Group's returning CEO, Bill Towsend.
Schmidt is the only disciple that's a canonical virgin. Grim. Is it canon? Like he's never got... Does he say that he's never been in a relationship before? It wouldn't surprise me. Because it would take a very special kind of woman to want to fuck that. That personality that he has. As far as I know, okay. Vern Group's returning CEO, Bill Towsend.
You must be the party from Erebonia, Thor's military academy, wasn't it? It's a pleasure.
You see, so you know Chairman Irina and her daughter Elisa. Oh, yes, I had the fortune of making their acquaintance upon our induction into the tech union back in May. Look, man, no one could withstand him long enough to even get to the point of friendship, let alone anything more. The person that can deal with his personality the most is Mint. And she's already dating Elliot, so... and it says a lot, because Mint just gets along with everyone. Right, because we know that Schmidt and, oh god, fuck. Why can't I think of Tita's grandfather's name? That professor, the old man, him. We know those two get along like oil and water and are arguing constantly the moment they're in the same room. So, like, or am I actually, I might be thinking of Elisa's grandfather. I keep mixing up that museum section in CS3. But I vaguely remember, or I feel like I remember them saying that they didn't get along too much. And Hamilton was the only one that kind of got along with everyone. Oh yes, I had the fortune of making... Yeah, there we go. We discussed the possibility of taking the T-phone worldwide, among other projects. Though, how should I say this? The chairwoman took over the entire conversation. Yeah, that sounds like her. No surprise Elisa's mom is as intense as ever. I've had the pleasure of meeting Irina before myself. Her husband was Professor Schmidt's best disciple, as I recall. I'd love to meet their daughter, too, if I ever have the chance. Young Miss Elisa was quite composed for someone her age. She managed an advantageous compromise regarding those orbital bike patents. I suppose it's no surprise for an affiliate of Thor's. You're giving us too much credit. Sounds like Elisa is busier than ever now. Is it true that Rhineford tech is being used in the space program? That's the rumor, anyway. I admit the space program is outside of my jurisdiction. That Rhineford group used to rival liberal ZCF. But I believe that after negotiations with Marduk fell through, the program's been relying on technology from the Epstein Foundation. Perhaps this afternoon we'll pit you against a culmination of all their varied technologies. Now we're getting to the point. And I put money on that Cronkite guy being the genius behind it. A gamble well made. As I said earlier, but he really is on a different level from even us three disciples. He was never the type to rely too much on others, be it their research or their direct assistance. But recently he shelved his pride and committed himself to exhausting every avenue for the space program. That's why he's extended this invitation to Rien and the rest of you. He believes you can provide him with important insight. Huh? That makes sense. So he went out of his way to bring Rien and Crow here to gather more data? For what? Thank you for the heads up. You'll be able to be more attentive during the exercise. Yeah, appreciate the tip, especially given your positions. Well, what can I say? The professor and the presidential office have been rubbing off on me. And besides, without external influences, businesses and countries would go stagnant. Which is to say, I have high hopes for all of you. Mr. Tossend, guess I should rethink my opinion of you. Perhaps it's odd for me to say it, but he has grown more reliable. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch the spectacle, as I'll be leaving Basel after this. But I wish you all the best of luck. I hope the experience is fruitful. Thank you. I'll do what I can to deliver. Hell yeah. Yay. Okay, so what are some of the other side quests to do? We need to go back to the artisanal districts. Yes, indeed.
Let's head off.
Artisanal districts, well.
But Senior, you're new here, so as such, I feel obligated to ask you, favorite Trails game in the series? Because I would put mine probably on Azure. Azure's really good. Even though I've played through Cold Steel 2 more because I speedrun that one sometimes. Haven't in a while, but maybe I'll do it again after I beat this game. I'm not gonna potentially mess up my controls playing this game with a single stream of playing Cold Steel 2, because that will fuck me up. Oh, hello everyone. How did it go? Did you learn anything about whatever's causing Pokel to act up? Well, we can only speak hypothetically, here being a holocore AI. But after giving each testing location a quick check, I think I have a pretty good idea of what she was influenced by. Do you really? Well, don't leave me in suspense. What in the world was it? Pokel was probably affected by multiple factors, and those are Orbital Movie Theater. Is it just all three? Because specifically the Orbital Movie Theater. Orbital Movie Theater, because of the movie and it was all like swearing and whatnot. Giscard Workshop, because he was kind of being rough and tumble about it. And Aerotram, because they even specified, oh yeah, she learned to be like curt and timely, so that turned into dismissive. Yeah. Well, CS4 is still my favorite, but Kai does give it a run for it. Okay. Yeah, CS4 is pretty good. It is. CS4 is a pretty damn good game. Like, in my brain, like, I like, after having played through all the games, I like all of Cold Steel, but I probably would put Reverie above 4 for me. Because I do just like Lloyd and the Sinner's Path, like, that much. Like, and Reen's Path in the game was good. But it was just, like Reverie was a very good celebration-esque game. And it had really interesting, like, themes going on. And the fact that they introduced the Sinners was great. Because, I mean, Lapis, she's a Rosenberg doll. Reverie's my second favorite. Okay. Finish that. What? But that's every location. From the researcher gushing over Pokel at the Aerotram platform to the stream of dirty lines at the movies. Not to mention Giscard's rough and tumble lingo. As far as possible influences go, we're spoiled for choice. But it didn't feel right singling out just one. When it comes down to it, she's been being shaped by all of them at once, bit by bit. I'm willing to bet that is in fact a grammatically correct sentence. But it's weird having Ben being shaped. Like, Ben and being are different conjugations of to be, right? So she has to be in the past and then actively right now. It probably grammatically correct. It's just weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Just enjoyed 4 ever since. Oh yeah, no, 4 is really good. I think, yeah, 4 is just really good. I'm not going to deny that. Gotta love English, right? Dude, English is so fun. English is such a clear and cut language. There's no weird shit about English at all, ever. There's nothing weird about it. Just as there's nothing even slightly weird or nuanced about Japanese. And localizing and translating must be the easiest thing ever, and it's 1-to-1 all the time. Easy, right? 100%. I say as someone who's still learning Japanese and going, fuck my life anytime I read a sentence sometimes and go, what is this? What is this? Yeah, bit by bit. In short, it was the integration of this feedback that resulted in this iteration of Pokel. Such is our concluding hypothesis. No way. You're saying the implementation trials themselves are the cause? But that means... Yes, in terms of fostering your development, you could call these legitimate test results. It would be possible then to restore Pokel to her original state if you stop integrating that data. That being said, I've been teaching at Thor's Military Academy for about 4 years now. And so far, not a single student of mine has grown the way I imagined they would. Every one of them learns in their own way, finds their own path, and steps out into the world. Okay, so this brings up the question. After New Class 7, right, because there was New Class 7, and that was the first year there, so there were no year 2s. And then Reverie happened, and it indicated that Ash became Student Council President. Were they still in New Class 7? And was there a New Class 7 1 and New Class 7 2? Is there still a Class 7 at Thor's sister academy right now? Or is Class 7 now non-existent because old Class 7 graduated out and new Class 7 has graduated out now? Like what I want to know, who's repping Class 7's banner right now? There is, because there is someone from it currently in Calvert. Oh, the one that's in Aramis? I thought he wasn't. Was he? Did he say he was in Class 7? Because I just remember him saying he was from Thor's. But okay. Yes, okay, he's in Class 7. Can't look that generic then. Come on. It would be really funny if one of the future games they have enough Class 7s to have a root system like this game, but each one is just a different Class 7. Every one of them lives in their own ways, finds their own path, and steps out into the world. The way I see it, it's just what growth is. Yeah. Pancake. Hollow AI is still a product at the end of the day, so I won't call it a 1-to-1 comparison. but don't you think it'd be a bit of a waste to pretend that growth never happened? Oh. You might have a point.
The cow here! You nobody sure looked out!
She's a little quirky, but this too is one of Pokel's possible outcomes. If you think about it, this could be a huge leap for self-improving AI. Also, I'm surprised that they didn't split Pokel prior to the integration to see what she'd become if you only integrated one of each or combos of the different ones to see the different personalities. Going all in on all three all at the same time to me seems not iterative enough for something like this. As one of her foster parents, so to speak, I shouldn't be so quick to reject it. Of course, we'll still have to restore Pokel to her original state for future marketability's sake. But I think I'll try keeping this alternate version to Ray's on the side too. Said that Ash and someone else, I forgot who was holding down the fort for Reen while he was here. Interesting. Okay, I don't remember hearing that. But, okay. Wait, so does that mean Ash is a professor or a teacher at Thor's as well? Because if so, that's not the route I was expecting Ash to go. Like, I'll be real, I was kind of expecting Ash to go, like, Bracer route. Or maybe even Spriggan / contractor route. Fuck, my bad, that was in a different route, not this one. Oops. Pshaw, it's fine. For now. For now. Don't make me get the timeout hammer, asshole. I'm only forgiving you because it was a conversation about Ash, and it's in your name. Do it, you won't. Do it, I won't? Okay. Okay, bud. Okay, bud. How do I time out people? That's the thing, I have to learn how to time out. What I meant. Honor, no. Time out, do what you want. Is it / timeout? Yeah. / timeout. The Ash OLE 60 seconds? I don't know. Cool. I did it. I did it. He's being punished so hard. He's being punished so hard. Oh, when you time them out, it deletes the messages. I forgot that. Alter, I believe in the alternate connection you get some infos about new path. God damn it! But I want to watch the Fee one. Do I have to save and load? Yeah. Well, that'll probably be next stream anyway. At this point, I think I'll try keeping this alternate version of Therese on the side too. Sounds like a good idea. It'd be tough to use for public services, but you can still find a market. Yeah, some people might get a kick out of a saucy, devilish holocore. Mare. Really? I guess I wouldn't know. I'll admit, it made me a little nervous at first having strangers show up instead of the Spriggan from last time. In the end, I learned an important lesson from this, and it's all thanks to you guys. I'm just glad to be of service. After Associate Professor Athena officially made the other version of Pokel into its own holocore. She then gifted it to Reen's group as a reward for fulfilling the request and for further testing. Oh my god, I got 2 HP. Saving those sounds like a good idea, yeah. Alter Pokel. Alter Pokel. Yeah, Pokel is a really good one, too.
Leave the adjustments to me.
Alright, like I like this, all those S-Craft stuff, so I'm not gonna put on him, but like honestly, Alter Vine, I would much rather have Alter Pokel on you.
The cow here! You nobody sure looked out!
You think that'll keep me down? Well, you're right. They're gonna see missed events and they go, ah, that's nice. You just say you don't have to worry about saving everything if you don't want to for a certain reason. Like, okay. I mean, I don't mind saving reeling. It's not a big deal. It's more just figuring out, okay, which one do I want to be the canon one? Not canon one, but the one going forward. Hello there, artisan. Orbital microwaves. How do you cook your orbital hot pockets if you don't have orbital microwaves?
The orbital microwave mess. Only natural would know about it. That run more inventory shortages equal to more product requests. That's what I've gone to be told.
So even the manufacturers are feeling the impact. These bulk purchases must be on an even larger scale than we assumed then. The question is, why would they need to go this far to gather so many?
They're trying to microwave our brains.
If you don't mind my asking, have your fellow artisans mentioned anything else concerning? I'd like to make sure nothing similar is happening with other products, just to be thorough. Agreed. If there are, in fact, other such cases, we may be able to identify a pattern of sorts.
Well, let me think.
Yeah, at some point I'll show you exactly what the guy gets an item and stuff like that, so you see past events and the item you need is cheap and easy. Okay. Do you also still get, do you just see the event, or do you also get the bonding points associated with it? Like the connection XP. You do get a connect, but okay, then fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'll watch it later. So I'll pick one or the other at some point, or maybe next stream I'll put up like a poll or something.
That could be completely unrelated. The little incident our antenna production side does come to mind.
Antennas? I suppose they also emit radiation the way orbital microwaves do. Still, it's a fundamentally separate industry with a totally different manufacturer.
Either way, I got aware of something going down on their end at the same time the microwaves were being bought up. Apparently they were contacted by someone claiming to represent a foreign trading company. From there was an inquiry after repeated inquiry on urgent last-minute orders. What's more, they'd never even heard the name of the trading company in question before.
So somebody out there is going to absurd lengths to procure antennas ASAP. Which makes the company putting in the request just as sketchy. Might be good to ask somebody at the antenna manufacturer and see what dots we can connect. Let's go to Vern HQ and have them hook us up then.
Gotta go
to the new town, go to Vern HQ. I gotta join that stream because the number one Fee fan can't let that poll go by with at least one vote for Fee. You saying maybe I'll put in? Are you saying it's going to be a Twitch poll? Because maybe it'll be in the Discord. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do just yet. Ran in the group explained the situation and asked for the antenna manufacturer's technical officer. That's right, a foreign trading company has been approaching us rather aggressively as of late. What's more, the last-minute nature of their requests put us in a bit of a bind. So we provisionally supplied them with a set number of antenna components as a sample batch. I see. And have you gotten any requests from them aside from purchase orders? Well, as you mention it, they did have questions on devising ways to increase orbital wave directivity. Directivity? The degree to which orbital waves are concentrated in a single direction. In standard communications, they are emitted such that the radiation is spread over a wide area. Don't underestimate the lengths I will go for anything about Fee. Also, I think do I have a Discord command yet? Exclamation point Discord. Does that work? Directivity may be increased. However, in cases of exceptionally high transmission volumes or environments that impede orbital wave passage. Still, if it was just for those purposes, the necessary equipment should already be available. But in this case, there we go. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I had made a Nightbot thing. See, I just don't like the visual or the look of like stream titles that have like 4 exclamation point commands in the stream title saying, oh, you can use this command or whatever. What I should do is I should probably put it like underneath the stream where I have. Don't I have like I thought I had like a Discord like button down there that I think I took away the button capability because it was getting like bots or stuff through it. But in this case, they're expressly trying to extract information on creative alternatives, and I think we can guess what for. Transmitting over extreme distances, modifying a different product. Wait. Yeah, I agree. Mods for special events, but that's more of an exception, not a rule. So, wait a second. I wanna.
Can I? Darn, I can't look back in the log. I thought you could. I thought they had made that a thing at some point. So they're buying a whole bunch of microwaves. We know that. And then they're doing a lot of last minute inquiry things for antennas. And then asking specifically about directivity. So in this case, they're asking about the directivity because they want to modify the microwaves that they're buying. Not because they're trying to transmit over extreme distances. Yeah, please do tell me if I'm right, because this is something that I would probably just load up again. But yeah, my brain is telling me that it's modifying a different product because they're looking to modify all those microwaves to do something with them. Right? Because that's the thing. They are buying the microwaves. They have the microwaves. So that means they want to do something with them. Which means they're trying to modify them, and that's why they're asking about it. Yes, different product. Yeah, modifying different product. They must be aiming to apply it to something else on their own. That's the impression I'm getting. In the end, it's only microwaves that were bought up in bulk. In which case, maybe the goal is to increase their microwaves' directivity using those antennas as reference? You mentioned having already provided them with some parts, correct? Do you know who is responsible for the shipments? Sure, or one of them at the very least. We have a delivery man named Jason transport some parts from the factory for us. Understood. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule for this. Okay, gang, let's go speak with that delivery man. Hikomi often works in the artisanal district during the day. Might as well stroll our way down the road and see if we can't spot him then. Earned 1 SP, hey okay. Ooh, Section Chief Valeria. And President Rooster. Hello, Rooster. In short, we like to push the delivery date on those aforementioned components forward, maybe under the same Verne umbrella, but that's a bit of a high-handed request, don't you think? Running our manufactories on what should be days off will necessitate a 10% increase in compensation at the very least. It's the least you could do if you want to be prepared for the inevitable post-space program boom. Yeah, always the savvy negotiator. I'll talk it over at the headquarters. Yeah, okay, Disney District.
Let's make tracks.
Yeah, I wonder why they opted not to have, like, the topic quest ones, like, not show up on this. But they have the other ones. Okay. But it is 9:30 where I am, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night here, and we will finish this topic quest next stream, and do at least one of the bonding events, probably just one. I don't think even they know why. Yeah, right? I wonder if it's because it doesn't, like, proc, maybe internally it's not the same as a regular quest. It might be an entirely different thing, basically, if that makes sense, right? Maybe that's why, but, yeah. So, with that, thank you very much, everyone, for dropping by on this wonderful Wednesday. Maybe, but who knows, coding is black magic. That is also true. Coding just straight up is black magic. It's impossible to understand. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for dropping by. Thank you, Ash and Wolf Slash, as well as Senior, for new first-time chatter. Drop a follow if you like this enough and want to drop by next time. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for a wonderful stream, and I hope you all have a very nice night. Bye.